I'm delighted to have with me today Kevin Stadler, CEO for Evolon. He's going to tell us what to expect for this year's GSX show, what's new with the business, and offer some industry perspective. Kevin, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Great to be with you today. Let me just kick it off by giving you a touch of background and what we've got going at the show. So for those of you who don't know, Evolon Technology used to be known as Hermes Technology. And we're all about video analytics, which is a pretty exciting area right about now. And we do everything from detection all the way through artificial intelligence classification, and everything from in-camera all the way through to appliance to cloud. The main thing that we're going to be talking about, there's two, but one of the main ones is our in-camera product, which is called Edge. You'll see us both in the Access booth as well as in our booth, demonstrating the product. It is a brand new version that we've come out with, which is 4.5. It has, in addition, support for Hanwha, which we've seen a lot of Hanwha cameras out there in the last year. Some of the highlights of that product that you will see is some new features, which are day-night parameters. They're automatic, so anybody who's dealt with cameras knows that it's a totally different animal after dark versus normal setup. A lot of people just set it up for daytime. The other thing is we streamlined the operation of it. So from integrators and dealers and so forth, it should be tons easier. We've got just a very simple setup sequence, and it's got some walkthroughs, et cetera, very easy to use. And then you can use the more advanced features if you want, but you don't have to. It's a simple setup. I think we've kind of been known in the past as being very precise, very good, but kind of hard to initially set up. So we're curing that with this new punch, answer a few questions, and the camera gets set up, and then it automatically does everything else.
Wow, sounds great. Thank you. What else is new or noteworthy about the company as we look toward the end of 2022?
Yeah, so a number of things. One, of our three product sets, that's one. The second one, we're doing a lot of work in what is our appliance. What we found this past year is because people are having a hard time getting certain cameras, they're finding sometimes it is more optimal to get, let's just say, a more cost-efficient camera that they can get hold of, put it in the operation. But the problem is analytics aren't all that great. So we've got an appliance solution that you can put into that kind of an operation. And it allows you to do a lot more advanced types of integrations and so forth. That thing we're announcing at the show, an integration, VMS integration to Milestone, also has the things I talked about before, pretty easy to set up. We also have some health check, more advanced features, not just an on-off. And then last is MX, more of a custom integration. The other thing that's brand new is we have a cloud-based product which does AI classification. We're doing major enhancements to the models. What we found, I think most people who are using artificial intelligence for classification finds the industry is, let's just say security video is not as good as what you get in the general public. And most AI models, people may not know this, but they're initially built off of public data sets of video. So we now take in lots and lots of video. We have a team that annotates it. We build in the model. Quick example would be Normal World. They don't use thermal cameras. So we use thermal cameras, annotate them, bring them in to be able to do that. So we've got a lot of different work going on to the end of this year. I think the lead into what I think, we look to the future is something like this. Video analytics has been there, but probably not deployed as widely as what everybody would like. It's because it's kind of hard to use for some people. You don't know what the return on it's going to be, and just a little bit of uncertainty. So we're seeing a lot more in that. What we have to do is make it to where the false and nuisance alerts are easy to scrub out, in that you don't increase risk with any misses by using some of these techniques. And we feel that the combination of physical security as well as some of these video techniques will be good for the system integrator community, as well as all of the dealers and folks out there and monitoring centers, as it will make it more cost effective to deliver these things, less risk, and a lot more, or let's just say a lot less bandwidth flying around as well. So we think it's going to be a pretty exciting year and a half coming up.
Sounds like it. You certainly covered the technology piece. What about in terms of, partnership with the integrator? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so we do work with a variety of integrators without naming the full list of all the different folks we work with. We set up programs working with the integrators. We work hand in hand with making sure that the packages, that what they need, we do training with integrators, and we work through kind of the value propositions that they want to offer. And every integrator somewhat has different projects that they want to work on. And that's one of our advantages working with integrators, is because we can do anything from in camera to existing, cameras that aren't, maybe as the highest price ones, all the way through to cloud. We've got an offering for integrators with different projects, and the margins that we offer are very competitive with the industry. We believe easier to set up, as well as provide more precision and less risk. So I think it's a pretty good package all the way around for an integrator. And any new integrators want to work with us, always love to have a conversation. Stop by the booth. We can talk about how we could work with you.
And are you seeing any, markets out there in particular, like one or two verticals maybe that you're particularly excited about and you think this solution really fits well with?
Yeah, well, it's probably topical, but we're seeing a lot more with anything from schools to stadiums to you name it. And people are looking for a good solution. I'll give you a quick example. So all of those things are kind of hard because you want to know more in advance than quote unquote a bad actor getting up close. So we've got a product which is a fixed camera and a PTZ that looks out into the distance, allows it to zoom in on anything coming forward. And we partner with Zero Eyes to do things like gun detection, et cetera. So we can spot somebody. Our technology has always been really good for long distance. And so we can spot at long distance, zoom in on the exact, and give enough pixels and scene for the other analytics, including ours, you'll zero in on. So we see a lot of activity in that area coming up.
Very good. Kevin, is there anything else you'd like to share before we wind this up?
No, please, stop by our booth. If you've got projects, if you're an integrator, if you'd like to remove falses and just get something a little bit better, great. Just want to have a conversation about, all these things, because Scott, quite frankly, our view would be, everybody has their own tool, and everybody's tool they think of as a hammer, and everything looks like a nail. I think what is one of our advantages is we have everything from pixel-based to motion-based to AI classification, and each tool is specific to the type of situation. And we'd love to talk with somebody about what makes sense in each of these, regardless of whether you work with us or not.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Want to thank viewers and listeners as well for spending time with us, and we hope to see you at GSX 2022. Make it a safe day.